My name is Charles Michael Yunker. My highest rank in the Navy was Radarman Second Class E5. Later I served in the Kansas National Guard and attained the rank of E6. I was disappointed coming out of basic. I wanted to go to a specific area of training, but the Navy sent me straight to the fleet as an aviation ordnanceman to the USS Yorktown, CVS-10, which was at the time in dry dock in Long Beach, California. I arrived at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it looked like a big factory. There were lights on here and there and everywhere, and it just metal and a lot of noise, and it just reminded me of some kind of a factory. That night, reporter on the quarterdeck, they woke up a personnelman, and he took me down below decks and processed me in and told me, that's when I learned that they didn't have need for me as an aviation ordnanceman, and started giving me my options of what I'd like to try to get into. Fortunately, the Navy in its wisdom sent 18 or so aviation ordnance strikers to the Yorktown, and they only had slots for 15. So I was given my choice of where I'd like to serve, and I wound up in radar, which turned out to be a great thing because I adapted to radar very well, and I think I did a pretty good job as a radarman. Once the Yorktown was out of dry dock, and I might take a sidestep there for a minute, the Navy still hasn't done enough to take care of its sailors when their ships are in dry dock, because that's the worst duty when you have chipping hammers going almost 24/7. The plumbing system goes straight down the tubes, so you're almost like living in an outhouse with the smells and the sounds, and it's just terrible duty, but you live through it. And I wound up going up into the radar and going into CIC. It took a day or two to get used to finding the size of the Yorktown, finding my way around the ship. One of the guys on the Yorktown, an old salt, told me, you tend to remember the good things and forget about the bad stuff, and it's true. You also remember some of the stuff that's just funny. Like for a while, the Yorktown, at least once a week, would serve us baked chicken while we were in the yards. It was always underbaked, and it wasn't chicken, it was rabbit. I know that because I helped unload the stuff off the trucks onto the Lloyd Thomas, or onto the Yorktown, and you'd go down and see the menu board, chicken, or baked chicken. No, it's rabbits. And it got to a point where their guys weren't eating it, they were throwing so much away from it, they would just, you'd go through and you'd see the menu board there, and it would be blank. They'd have all the vegetables, but they wouldn't have the main entries. Oh, this baked chicken today.